CNN, the American cable news network, is suing the White House over its decision to revoke the press credentials of reporter Jim Acosta. Acosta lost his White House pass after a confrontation with President Donald Trump at a news conference. An intern tried to take a microphone from Acosta's hand as he argued with Trump. The White House claims she was assaulted during the confrontation. CBC's Lindsay Duncombe is on the story live from Washington. Walk me through CNN's argument in this lawsuit, Lindsay.
Well, CNN's lawyers, in their claim, say that the White House violated the First Amendment of the Constitution as well as the Due Process Clause by taking away Jim Acosta's hard pass. The hard pass is the identification that allows reporters to go in and out of the White House grounds and the press briefing room without having to give advance notice or go through additional security checks. This is the way Jim Acosta gets into his place of work, CNN argues. CNN also calls the punishment for taking away that pass severe and unprecedented. And they say that this comes after years of culmination of the hostility between Donald Trump and CNN and Acosta specifically. Here is more of their statement. They say this is also about other reporters, saying the president's criticism has been directed at other news organizations too. The president has actively criticized and discredited any journalist or media outlet he believes might report something he considers negative. That goes on to say that the revocation of these credentials is only the beginning, as the president himself has said that there could be others also who get their credentials revoked. So CNN talking about the specific incident here, calling it severe and unprecedented, as well as looking broader to the issue of this White House and the press.
And there's been a lot of controversy over that incident. I've seen it multiple times, but for our viewers who perhaps haven't, just remind us what happened.
Well, this was in the post-midterms press conference. Jim Acosta was asking questions or making statements about the caravan and the language that Donald Trump used to describe the caravan of migrants coming to the southern border of the United States. Here's what it looked like.
Mr. President, if I may ask
Peter,
one other question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President, I was going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President,
that's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other
Peter,
question, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned about anything with the Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Now, in the initial response in taking away Mr. Acosta's hard pass, the White House said that he put hands on the intern. What's interesting in how the White House is responding to this lawsuit from CNN is that claim isn't repeated. The White House had put out a version of the video that looked like it had been amplified to make it look like that was the case. What the White House is saying today is that this is more grandstanding from CNN. They will vigorously defend this lawsuit. They say it is not the first time this reporter has inappropriately refused to yield to other reporters, and they point out that there are 50 other journalists that CNN has with access to the White House.
Thanks for that, Lindsay. We'll watch the story. CBC's Lindsay Duncombe in Washington.